So back to the mommy timeouts, I think that's essential to your household's healthiness. Your healthiness, but also your household, because they're pulling from you. Mommy timeout is a time for you to refill your love tank. And so I have 3 components or 3 steps that I like to go by to effectively have a mommy timeout, okay? So the first step that I go through is called refresh. Refresh is when you acknowledge that you need to go sit down, that you need to go get your life together. So in your acknowledgement, you need to secure your kids, you know, depending on their ages and everything. For me, since I have little people, I have to put the baby in the crib and know this. Because they're crying, they're not going to die. It's better for them to cry than for you to do something crazy and be on the news or behind bars. Now, that's just some real talk. Because you know what it feels like when they are crying and screaming, and they're screaming in unison, and you haven't slept, and you haven't eaten, and you have not washed your tail for the day. That's a lot. It weighs on your emotions. So it's okay to let them cry. They're not going to die, but if you don't let them cry and you try to continue on to save face, then they might die for real. I'm just real talk, okay? So acknowledgement, understanding when it's time for you to go sit down. Figuring out what that means, what that looks like. It doesn't mean sit down in the midst of the chaos. It means secure them, put them away. You know, put the baby in the crib, put the toddler in the pack and play, whatever you got going on. If it's a high chair, lock them in so that they won't hurt themselves. And if they're older, like my son Jacoby, he's like the leader of the house when my husband is gone. Jacoby is the man of the house, and Chris is the man of the house when my husband is gone, and he is to take care of the girls. So we have to get them to that point, to put them in somewhat of a leadership role, you know. But anyway, acknowledgement, securing them, and then figuring out where it is that you need to go to get your life together. So for me, it is my closet, because my closet is in my bedroom, and I can like shut my bedroom door and go in my closet and shut that door. So I'm just there. Okay. So when you find it's a quiet place, you need to find a quiet place where you have no interruptions. Okay. And so when you get in that quietness, you sit. A lot of people say, girl, you need to pray, you need to pray, you need to pray. Girl, you need to meditate. That's what you need to do. You need to get quiet. You need to get quiet, because if you're just going to pray, you're checking that I was right. At least I prayed. You know? The heart ain't right. You need to get quiet, and you need to meditate. So then you can hear from God. Okay? So, and let's take it a bit further, because God may not be the it thing for us. We may not understand who God is or what God is to us. So let's say it like this. In your quietness and your meditation, you're able to hear from yourself. Okay? You're able to hear from yourself. And guess when you're hearing from yourself, guess who you're hearing from? God. You got to figure out your own truth. You do. You got to find your own truth. And when you find your own truth, everything will start to make sense. Even the scriptures, even if you feel like, you know, the Bible is not your standard and that doesn't work for you, that will actually start to make sense to you when you start hearing from yourself, the God in you. Okay? So, I'm saying get in your quiet space and get quiet and hear from yourself. If you are having like lots of ill emotions and you're having lots of you know, bad scenarios, like me, I play stuff out in my head. It's actually cool to play that thought all the way out to the end. Do you know why? Does anybody know why it's okay to let that traumatic thought play out all the way to the end? So this is my favorite part, because refueling, putting something into your soul is just whatever you want in that moment. It could be a cool show on Netflix. It can be something to eat. It can be some comedy. It can be some music. It can be dancing. You're putting something back into you to give you the energy to persevere. That's real. That's simple. Refuel is really just putting it back in, whatever it is for you. And on to number 3, which is refine. Now that you've got something in, you refilled your love tank. Now let's get the game plan to get back in the game. Let's create a strategic plan to get back in the game. So now you know what you're feeling. You're feeling good because you've eaten or you've danced or whatever. Now you have have to think, okay, what in this situation, whatever it was that sent me to time out, what does my family need in this moment? It may not be for you, if you're a homeschooling mom, it may not be for you to save face and go through the alphabet in Swahili and Chinese and Spanish. You know, it may mean that you just need to take a break. You know, you don't have to save face all the time. You don't have to be a good mom all the time for whatever that means, you know. Society puts so many labels and titles on what we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, and how we're supposed to do it, and it's stressful.
Yes.
Okay? Does anybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So, your game plan is really, what is the question? The question is, what is going to be best for my family in this moment? Because it's temporary. You're going to move forward. You're going to move on. Things are changing constantly. So what is it that my family needs in this time? Does my child need a nap? Does my child need a spanking? Does my child need a hug? Are they hungry? You got to figure out what it is. Ask yourself the questions. It's cool. It's okay to ask yourself the questions because you can answer a question. It's that simple. So that's all refining is coming up with a strategic game plan to get back in the game and parent successfully. Your definition of success, not from a parent's book, what to expect, when to expect, and all that, the bump and all the girl pie. That is unrealistic for me. I can't apply it. So those are the mommy victories, 3 R's to having a successful mommy timeout.